Hi, it's Anne-Marie from Charmed Life Therapy again. Do please hit like and subscribe if you value my content and it's of interest to you at all. I just wanted to invite you today, if you are somebody that spends a lot of time on Facebook and you like a cheeky Facebook group, you might want to join my free hypnotherapy Facebook group called Rewind Your Mind. Because in that group, what we started it off with was a free 4-day trauma and anxiety workshop. And that is still in there for anybody that joins as a new member to go ahead and do in your own time. So day one, it talks about why we have trauma, why traumatic memories are hard to get rid of, why we pattern match, what pattern matching is in the brain, and why we can make faulty pattern matches that lead to things like PTSD and having triggers. All of that is explained in day one, and there's more information on days 2, 3 and 4, but on days 2, 3 and 4 you also get to do some hypnosis, and particularly on day 4 where we actually do some transformational hypnotherapy too. Which is really powerful. It's something called the rewind technique, and what the rewind technique can do can take any traumatic memory that is staying front and center in your mind and triggering your amygdala on a regular basis rather than going to the back of your mind. The rewind technique, when we use that, it can actually tell your mind that that is an old memory that's not going to happen again, that you don't need to feel that real visceral reaction to it, that it's safe to put it to the back of your mind and just remember it as something that once happened to you, rather than actually triggers a bodily sensation in your body that overrides any logical thought. So on day 4 of the trauma anxiety workshop, you get to try out the rewind technique. So on the day that we recorded it live in the group, I asked all my group members to bring like a scene with them to mind that they would like to have rewound, and we did it in a group setting. So it's always a bit of an experiment in a group setting, because ideally you should time these things to an individual. So I kind of just took it slow, and we only did one scene, and everybody's scene was something different, and nobody had to tell me what it was unless they wanted me to know anything about it. But what was really interesting was the results that came out of this 4-day workshop people let me know about. For one lady, she'd been kind of putting off going to the dentist for like more than 4 years since before COVID, even though she was dealing with a lot of pain in her mouth from the tooth that was affected. She'd been like procrastinating about it, and we know that procrastination is a trauma response. You procrastinate for a reason, there's a reason for it. And like within a couple of days of finishing the trauma and anxiety workshop, she'd actually booked the dentist, which to some people might seem like a small thing, but when you've been purposely living in pain for a number of years because you don't want to deal with something, attending a free 4-day workshop that was kind of just like an hour or so for each day, and then off the back of that you actually just go out and do that thing that you've been procrastinating on for 4 years. That's a major turnaround, you know. And that lady went on to work with me privately as well and had really good outcome. And for another lady, she had a traumatic memory of she'd once, I think it was a school trip they were on or something, and she actually saw somebody commit suicide off the top of a building. She didn't see them land, but she saw them come off the building, and obviously you get a sense of what's going on, don't you, people's reactions around. So she brought that memory to the workshop, and what happened afterwards was that obviously you don't forget the memory, you don't forget that you've witnessed that, and she could still recall the details, but it didn't have that visceral reaction in her body, that you know, to that uncontrollable thing happening where your heart stops and you heat up and you flush and your skin prickles and all of the rest of it. You know, it's just, it gets you to that point where I can say, oh yeah, that wasn't great, it happened to me, but what's the chances it's going to happen again? Very unlikely. And even if it did, I'm older now, I'm wiser now, I think I'd handle it better. It gives you that that kind of break between the logic and the emotional. So rewind technique was the focus of this 4-day workshop. So that is still there in my group, Rewind Your Mind. So if you join this group, Rewind Your Mind, you can actually go and access that trauma and anxiety workshop straight off the bat and find out more about why you have things like fears, like anxiety, like triggering episodes, like PTSD, like phobias. Find out why you have it. And what's reassuring about it is that if you go watch the workshop, I think you'll realise that you're not crazy like you think you are, that your mind does these things for a reason and your body has the responses for a reason. So you might feel kind of crazy in your everyday life where some weird sights, sounds, smells, textures, tastes set you off in a certain way, but this workshop will help you pinpoint why that is happening and what you can do about it, and you get to experience for free what working with hypnotherapy is like. So that is the purpose of this video today, is to just tell you about my group, and you just need to check out the description of this video and it'll tell you how to join. And I also do regular free sessions in the group. Next week we've got a self-love session taking place that's going to be a group environment over Zoom, and all the details for that will be in my group. But what you get from being a member of the group is that whatever we do as a live freebie, they always get recorded and they're in the group, so that you can always take part on your own time, in your own home, and do it for yourself. And if you do go join the group, you'll see there are various recorded sessions already there. There was ones where it's rapid transformational therapy, where I did some mini rapid transformational therapy sessions for clients. So they are in there, and you can see what comes up in rapid transformational therapy, otherwise known as RTT, and some of my other techniques too, like 6-step reframe, all of which people have had really significant positive change from. So yeah, that is the purpose of my video today, to encourage you to jump on over to Facebook and join my group, especially if you're feeling like there's no help available to you, that you can't afford help, or you've tried all kinds of help and nothing has worked. This could really be the group for you. I'd really love to help you on over there. And obviously, being a Facebook group, you have regular contact with your own hypnotherapist, and there's a lot of people in there both who have worked with me and just done the free stuff, who are all like on a similar path in life, similar values, just want to be better people, to understand themselves more, to get a bit of support and encouragement and all of that. And you get all of that as part of the group. And you know, I'm open as well to people suggesting what they want to get out of it next too. I'm always looking at ideas. It's a very thought-provoking place to be. So if that sounds appealing, just please do just check out the description. And you can always drop me an email to ask about anything at anna@charmedlifetherapy.co.uk. And also book a free call with me if you're interested in hypnotherapy, and the details again are in the description. And if you head on over to my website and tap under the More button, there's all kinds of freebies there, including a depression and anxiety masterclass as well, which will explain to you why you have things like anxiety and depression, and that it's not necessarily this chemical imbalance in your brain that you may or may not have been told. You're not faulty, you know, you've not gone wrong. Something happened to you. That's why you feel the way you do. And if it's something that has happened to you, we can do something about something that has happened to you. So yeah, check out the description box, and please do like, subscribe, share with anybody you think might benefit from this. I do a lot of work for free. I'm all about helping people and making you realise how powerful you are once you have control over your own mind. All right, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you later.